for breakfast, and she wants breakfast, but we are going to read Mark chapter 2 first. Because I'm reading in the New Living Translation this week, and it's amazing. Okay, dog, wait. Jesus, chapter 2, I'm skipping the first two stories. The first one is about Jesus healing a paralyzed man who comes through the roof. The second one is from Jesus eating with tax collectors and sinners and saying, I came to save and heal the sick, not the religious. So we're going to come in right after that, starting in Mark. Oh, and then there's a third story I'm skipping about them asking why Jesus and his disciples don't fast, and he said because he's the bridegroom. Okay, so we're coming in on the fourth story of Mark chapter 2, starting in verse 23, and it's subtitled in my Bible, the New Believer's Bible, New Living Translation, New Testament only, which I really miss the Old Testament. I want to get a whole entire New Living Translation. It's such a great translation. A discussion about the Sabbath. One Sabbath day, as Jesus was walking through some grain fields, his disciples began breaking off heads of grain to eat. But the Pharisees said to Jesus, "Look, why are they breaking the law by harvesting grain on the Sabbath?" Jesus said to them, "Haven't you ever read in the scriptures what David did when he and his companions were hungry? He went into the house of God during the days when Abiathar was high priest and broke the law by eating the sacred loaves of bread that only the priests are allowed to eat. He also gave some to his companions." Then Jesus said to them, "The Sabbath was made to meet the needs of people, and not people to meet the requirements of the Sabbath. So the Son of Man is Lord even over the Sabbath." And continuing on into Mark chapter 3, verse 1, Jesus heals on the Sabbath, it's subtitled. Jesus went again into the synagogue and noticed a man with a deformed hand. Since it was the Sabbath, Jesus' enemies watched him closely. If he healed the man's hand, they planned to accuse him of working on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the deformed hand, "Come and stand in front of everyone." Then he turned to his critics and asked, "Does the law permit good deeds on the Sabbath, or is it a day for doing evil? Is this a day to save life or to destroy it?" But they wouldn't answer him. He looked around at them angrily and was deeply saddened by their hard hearts. Then he said to the man, "Hold out your hand." So the man held out his hand, and it was restored. At once the Pharisees went away and met with the supporters of Herod to plot how to kill Jesus. Why don't some of you come back with the commentary on this couple of stories? Because I think it's glaringly obvious. So let's talk about it in the comments.